Hello, and welcome back to Kuckles Plays. I am here again with my friend Matt.
Hello.
And we are going to read you another of the Sakura games. This time, Sakura Fantasy Chapter 1.
Hopefully it has less narration.
Based on the other Sakura games, that's probably not going to be entirely the case, but we'll see.
And hopefully more animation, and more scenes, and more variety, and basically more of anything.
You're asking too much from a Sakura game.
Shut up. Let's just start the game. At least it looks pretty for now. The title screen looks pretty. With the random Greco ruins.
Yes. And when I said Chapter 1, that is insinuating that there will be more chapters of Sakura Fantasy, because they are trying to make this one into a kind of trilogy of games, and also maybe this one will be shorter.
Is that me or is that you?
I don't remember who this.
You're
says
narrating
this first. Raylan? Oh wait, no. This is a different character.
Oh, who is this then?
This is Gwen.
Who's Gwen?
The blonde-haired. I'm explaining too much. I'll take over Gwen.
Okay.
Raylan, are you there? Are you going to wake up now? I wake to someone shaking me like a rag doll. Raylan, wake up! Kira is coming!
Who's Kira?
You'll see. As I come to, I find it's Gwen shaking me senseless. Get your armor on, she'll be here any minute. Panicking, I quickly begin to strap on my plates. The other novices are panicking too, the clanking of armor being hastily thrown on echoing through the barracks bedroom.
That's some shitty armor.
Put your armor on faster without underwear or risks going get it fully dressed. This is how this game starts.
We're already off to just a blazing start.
Within 10 seconds.
Oh my god, do you want me to get the dice back out?
No, just pick one. It's a coin flip, man.
Actually, hang on, there is a coin over there. Give me a sec.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's a dime!
It's a dime. Oh my.
Okay. Heads is put the armor on, tails is risk it. Tails, risk it!
Risk it. It'd be better to take my time and get my armor on properly. Thankfully, I managed to get my armor on just before I hear the heavy footsteps coming down the hall. Gwen makes sure she returns to her bunk, looking as disciplined as she can. I also try my best to look battle-ready.
So wait, which one's us?
Hmm?
Which one's us?
What do you mean?
Are we the one on the left, or were we the blonde one?
This is Raylan, the only person on screen right now.
Okay, that's the protagonist.
The blonde one is Gwen.
Okay.
I'm just in time to see Kira, our instructor, march through the door.
Whoa! She is
Kira.
hot!
Yeah.
I'm voicing her.
Okay, I was gonna let you voice her.
Alright.
As always, she looks powerful and domineering. Every novice
Damn
in the
right.
room completely freezes. With predatory eyes, Kira begins to inspect us. Merely feeling them pass over you is enough to send a shiver down your spine. She doesn't really scare me as much as she does with the other novices, though.
Good to see that we're all ready, for the most part anyway. As I was walking up here, I heard a lot of clanking happening, almost as if someone was rushing to put their armor on.
One of the novices lets out a small wince at those words. There is no hiding anything from her. She knows when you haven't woken up on time.
I wonder what our resident Farseer has been doing today.
Why does everyone presume the worst of me because of my gift?
Alright.
Don't hit the mic with the
Shut
dime!
Tails, I will use my gift as I please. Am I voicing Raylan? Like her voice?
Yeah,
Right.
well, that's what we might maybe pre-decided, unless you don't want to voice her.
I will use my gift as I please! Is that so?
The contempt in her voice cuts like a razor.
You're all up at least, so let's begin our mornings as we always do. Collect your weapons and proceed to the courtyard immediately. I'd better not catch you daydreaming today, Raylan.
She always singles me out every morning.
It's 'cause she likes you.
Why does she get so upset that I do a bit of farseeing every now and then?
It's 'cause your boobs are poking out of the top of your armor. By the way, you've got your shin guards on the wrong way around, you moron. I'd better not see that next morning, too.
As I look down slowly, I see that she's right about my shin guards. Embarrassed, I take them off and begin rearranging them into their proper place. When Kira is finally out of the room, Gwen approaches me.
They look exactly the same.
You should not sleep in so late. Whenever I break a rule, Gwen is the first one to scold me. She's so ridiculously well-disciplined, it's annoying. You look like you were far-seeing. It's that same strange look.
I can't farsi in my sleep, though. It requires too much concentration.
That's what you were doing, however.
I totally forgot what Raylan's voice was already.
Well, now she's kind of a ditz, apparently.
Yeah.
Either way, it doesn't matter. Be grateful you woke up on time. The instructor does not tolerate excuses. We both know what she thinks of your gift, too.
Why does everyone call attention to my gift? Everyone has a gift. What's the problem?
It's different, Raylan. Even here, we like privacy.
What about you, then? Don't you ever get worried that I might be watching you at any given moment?
She can't help but laugh at that. You're my friend. I trust you not to. Did you read the choices first?
Jesus Christ.
Just choose one.
Heads.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, top one. But I love to see you naked.
I can't help but say that under my breath.
Oh.
What did you just say, Raylan?
Nothing. Nothing at all. You okay there, champ? There it is. Brett just sneezed.
This is being cutting out.
There we go. Oh, why? Is it because I said your name?
No, it's because I sneezed.
Okay. Nothing. Nothing at all.
I'm pretty sure you said something. Dude, say fuck! Maybe it's not getting cut out because fucking shit.
Quality!
I hate allergies. But that isn't the point.
You should make that one of your voices.
Kira doesn't like to be watched. Or the idea of being watched.
What makes you say that?
You've been here long enough to see her paranoia. It's true. She seems to always be looking over her shoulder. I guess it's just normal behavior for her, though.
You be okay, champ?
I'm trying so hard.
Does it burn?
Well, almost.
Okay.
I will not talk of you farseeing in your sleep. My God, it ruined the voice.
You want to do this some other time?
No. No, I will fight through the allergies. And you know what? Fuck it, this is all staying in.
Alright.
I will not talk of your farseeing in your sleep. She's paranoid enough already.
We're going after Kira. I don't care. I appreciate it, Gwen!
Friends look after each other, Raylan. Excuse me now, I will not be training. More paperwork to do. I'll see you later, Raylan.
Until next time, Gwen!
Each garrison needs a bookkeeper, someone to keep track of records, supplies, and other essentials needed for maintaining proper function. God damn it!
She named this episode Attack of the Sneeze.
That's where Gwen comes in. She's from a more scholarly background compared to the... I'm trying...
Do that, future Kuckles. Name it Attack of the Sneeze.
Fine. Literally fine. All the way up until we start recording.
It's okay. A lot of people have performance anxiety.
Fuck off. Seriously.
You want me to narrate? Should I just start doing all of the voices now?
No. Okay. Take 15. I don't know.
Action.
That's where Gwen comes in. She comes from a more scholarly background compared to the other novices, so she's being trained in other duties too. She also happens to be Kira's favorite since she's willing to deal with paper. Kira hates paper.
It killed her parents.
Anyway, I better get to training before Kira decides that I'm on cleaning duty.
Ellipsis. I see this game also does that. Wow! That fucking Microsoft Movie Maker wipe!
It's another bright and scorching day. I can just tell that we're going to be working hard. Kira especially likes working us to the bone during summer. I can understand the logic behind it, but I can't say I enjoy days like these.
Makes me get all hot and sweaty.
Kira couldn't look happier about it, though.
Look alive, novices! It's a beautiful day for training! There's nothing like working up a sweat underneath a blazing sun!
No one dares complain at that idea.
Not even one groan of complaint! Your discipline is getting much better, my novices! Now then, you'd better get off to work. If I'm not seeing a sweat by the end of this exercise, you're going to be training until dusk.
There's no doubt she'll see it. We're training in full armor today.
That's full armor?
Yes. We'll practically be cooked alive. But there's no escaping it. We just grit our teeth and bear with it.
Hang on, can I bring attention to something? Down in the text box near Kira's right leg, what is with that giant smudge in the grass? Did they just, like, say fuck it and just stop texturing it with the default Photoshop grass brush, or what?
Probably. And only you would notice that kind of shit.
Exactly.
Kira does not believe in mercy when it comes to training. As she wanders off, I try to focus on my training.
Let your mind wander off.
Okay. Yes. Though I try to focus on the task at hand, my mind wanders off. I wish I were garrisoned at the entrance of the capital so I could dispatch the foul things at our gates. At least we're close to the castle. At least I can see the Empress's palace from here. Back in my homelands, the most impressive building was the communal hall. You could fit 1,000 communal halls inside that castle, maybe tens of thousands. Ardina, our Empress, rules from that castle too. Ardina, the name which so many people sing praise of in this capital. I've tried to do some farseeing inside the palace before, but I've never been able to form a clear vision of what's inside there. Something about the castle stops me from being able to farsee.
It's magical.
Yes. Maybe the councilmen don't like others prying in on their affairs. Better get back to training before Kira calls me out on my daydreaming. Fortunately, her attention is focused elsewhere.
You there, novice!
Yes, instructor.
Show me your striking!
The novice gives it her best to shoot the training dummy, creating an audible thud.
Not bad. You'll need to work on it.
Yes, instructor.
Leaving behind the novice, Kira begins looking out for more people to chastise. Fortunately, I get back to striking my target before she looks at me. I do get tired of striking these wooden dolls every day. I wish we had more dynamic opponent to fight rather than one that sits there and takes your hits. But again, we're novices. We don't get to see actual combat for years. As I strike the dummy on the shoulder, a thunderous yell is directed at me.
Raylan! Do you call that striking? Put more strength into it! Those things will be merciless! You must not hesitate to fight with every last bit of your strength!
I wish that they would show me these creatures instead of merely lecturing me on how dangerous they are. Every single time, it's the same rant as before. But I just have to do my best to bear with it. For the sake of my old homelands and my mother, wherever she may be right now. Switching hands, I take the wooden mace and slam it into the dummy's head. Much to my delight, I hear the sound of cracking wood as the blow sinks into its head.
How about that, instructor? Now that is much more like it, Raylan. When you eventually get to the walls, I want to see you crack some skulls, just like that. Come on now, you can't tell me you had one good strike in you. Show me another strike.
I let loose with another attack, this time aiming for the dummy's shoulders. To my disappointment, it does nothing to the dummy.
That wasn't what I was hoping for. Ah well, that's why you're training. You need to get... You're going to need more than that one good hit in a fight. So, keep on practicing your striking. We'll make a fine warrior out of you yet. If we can curb your far-seeing habit, even better.
My instructor fully knows what I tend to get up to in my spare time. Having the gift of far-seeing makes everyone suspicious of you. It's not fair. It's not my fault that I enjoy seeing people in intimate moments.
Stop accusing me of things I may or may not have done. Oh my god. So, you're admitting that you may have been peeking somewhere you weren't meant to, again.
Looks like she caught me out there. I really need to shut my mouth.
It sounds like you're wanting to push the boulder today.
Boulder.
Not border, boulder.
She always threatens us with that boulder. I've yet to see anyone actually do it. From what I've heard, the boulder is the worst punishment you can get.
The boulder.
The novice who is punished in this way has to push a boulder up and down a hill for an entire day.
Man, that sounds Sisyphean.
It's so infamous among the Knights of the Capital that pushing the boulder has become a phrase for saying severe punishment. But I am not worried at all. She always threatens it, but it never seems to actually happen.
Stop standing there with that look on your face. Do you really think I won't do it?
I don't think she would, but it's a good idea to get back to training anyway. I return to striking at the wooden dummy, which causes Kira to smile in approval.
That's alright, you smack that dummy. That's more like it! More strength! The harder you hit it now, the stronger you will become later.
She turns her back to me and speaks to the other novices.
Each and every one of you is important, so you must do your best to train, to become strong. Some of you have lost your homes before you came here. You should know what it's like to be helpless before an enemy. So you would understand why you must become strong, to protect those you love, to protect the land that you love. And most importantly, to protect the empire you love. And once again, Microsoft Movie Maker screen wipe.
Every single time. The sun reaches its zenith by the time we finish our striking training.
At least Sakura's angels had the common decency to have fades.
I'm practically dying for a drink right now, anything to wet my parched throat. Despite our suffering, Kira seems to be aglow with pride.
Good work today, novices! I don't think I saw a single one of you who wasn't sweating. Since you've done so well, I'm allowing you to take the rest of the day off. Just remember not to do anything stupid!
I think everyone's too afraid of Kira to risk her wrath. No other garrison in the city has a more domineering instructor than her. As such, this one in particular is known for being one of the most shining examples of discipline. Before I leave, Kira flashes a terrifying look at me. It's obvious that she's telling me that she doesn't want me to do any far-seeing. I don't even know what else there is to do with my spare time, though. We rarely get any time off to go outside the barracks. This is my life now, day after day, training in the same courtyard, waiting to eventually become a knight. I never get any time to myself. It didn't used to be this way, but things changed as they always do. The world has become a very dark place in the last century. As bleak as it looks now, none of us are willing to give up, especially not now. As I leave, that novice from before quickly passes me.
Say something to her.
Okay.
Hey, you did well today.
Thank you. Just, please don't spy on me when you're far-seeing.
Bitch!
Now she's accusing me of spying on her too?
You know I don't actually do that, right?
Of course you'd say that.
Don't you think it's a bit unfair to make presumptions like that?
Not really.
She doesn't seem interested in a conversation. I don't even bother to say anything more as she walks off. I just have to work out what I'm going to do with my free time now.
Oh my god. Dots. Ellipsis, 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 ellipsis.
After the training session, it occurs to me that I should apologize to Kira. Gwen is right about her being paranoid. So, the best thing I can do for her is to put her at ease. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop, though. There are just too many secrets I must know about. I knock on her door loudly.
Kira, are you here? I need to speak with you. See if she's in there.
So it's barged right in.
Yeah, just barge her in.
Slowly, I begin to open the door.
Kira, See?
As I walk in, Kira stares at me indignantly. She clings to her chest, a last-ditch attempt to restrain her modesty. She's removed other parts of her armor too, leaving her largely exposed. Largely. Her hands barely cover it, though. Her chest practically spills around them. I almost lose my composure as I feel my cheeks burning. Her face is bright red too. She's embarrassed, but doing her best to conceal it. I rack my mind, trying to think of something to say.
Sorry, I didn't know you were getting dressed.
She shakes her head at me. The motion causes her chest to quake slightly.
First of all, Raylan, only a poor soldier comes up with an excuse for their shortcomings. Second of all, don't barge into somewhere just because they don't answer the damn door.
She's handling this a lot better than I thought she would.
'Cause she likes you.
She crosses her arms in front of you, unintentionally squeezing her chest.
You still don't have any manners at all. You think you would have learned some by now. But isn't apologizing having good manners?
She glares at me then, obviously not amused.
That's only one part of having good manners. It's the other parts you should be thinking about.
She can't help but sigh.
What am I going to do with you? I'm so sorry, really. Please don't punish me.
I don't like the idea of having to push the boulder today. I'm tired enough already.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Star Fox. Mark my words, novice. You are going to be disciplined for this. You're going to have to learn to respect the privacy of others.
She walks toward me awkwardly, trying her best not to let her hand slip. She stops when she's standing right in front of me. When I'm up this close to her, I just can't help but notice the abundance of certain things. I'd look away from it, but it's right in my face.
Are you looking at something, Raylan?
Oh, damn it, she noticed.
Nothing at all, Instructor.
She shakes her head again. Shifting her arm, she manages to conceal her chest with one arm, and uses the other arm to push me out of the office.
I'm afraid that you'll have to come back later. We can talk about your punishment at another time. For now, please, just get out. Ellipsis. Oh, hey, a different fucking screen wipe.
My afternoon passed me by in a blur. When every day is the same as the last one, it becomes hard to keep track of time. The days just seem to spill into each other. You never notice where one ends and the other begins. It's only because of the cycle of the sun and the moon that I keep my bearings. Maybe it's time to do some far-seeing. I'm thinking about...
What Gwen is doing.
Okay. Gwen doesn't sleep with the rest of us in the barracks most days. She's often up late running errands around town. Part of her job meaning that she has a lot more freedom than the rest of us do. So I wonder what she could be doing right now. Focusing my mind, I picture my body as a puppet on strings. All I need to do is release the strings and I can wander as a spirit. Gwen. Where is Gwen? Eventually, an image begins to form in front of my eyes. Why is there so much steam?
Oh, God.
Oh, that's why. As my vision clears up more, I have to stop and fully take in the scene in front of me.
Man, I'm on point with these things!
A very content-looking and nude Gwen is relaxing in the boiling hot bath. Her delicate body is laid bare for me to see. Though I am no longer in my body, I know for certain my face is bright red right now. Nope, not at all. She looks absolutely relaxed in there, allowing herself to slip further and further down into the steaming water. Her delicate hands move over every part of her body. She's thoroughly cleaning herself from head to toe. This is the best after a long day. It's soothing for all of my muscles. I swear the cramps I get in my hands from having to do so much writing. She looks down at her hands as she says that. But nothing cures them quite like a hot bath does. Lazily, she stops slouching in the bath and puts her hands over the edge, pushing her chest right up against it. Excuse me, could I get a bit more coal on the fire? It's starting to get a little cold for my liking. She smiles as the steam grows thicker around her. In fact, it's so thick it begins to obscure my view of her. That's much better. Resettling into her previous position, every move causes her whole body to jiggle. don't think I've ever seen her this happy when she was at the barracks. She's practically purring with delight. There's plenty of work waiting for me, but I should just enjoy this moment while I can. She leans back, allowing her fingertips to drag across her body. She stops at her chest.
Who bathes like this?
It's a hot bath. It's just for relaxing. She stops at her chest, allowing her hands to clasp them, giving her breasts a healthy squeeze.
Oh my god.
I grow a little bit more every day.
Oh my god!
As she says that, she smiles to herself. She lets go of her chest, returning to sinking in the steaming water. Flipping over, she exposes her back to the open air. She leans forward onto her chest, allowing it to spill out. A small, content sigh escapes her lips. She lies there for a while before sitting back up. With one limp arm, she reaches over the side of the bath and grabs a book. It doesn't have any title on the cover, but it's a very ancient-looking tome. She turns page after page with her delicate fingertips. Eventually, she gets out, water streaming down her body. She looks thoroughly pleased. That was excellent. I suppose I have to get back soon. She becomes a little sad as she says that. But I'll be back soon. That was unexpected. But I cannot say I didn't enjoy it. Spying on people at this hour doesn't feel right. Does it?
I should do it all the time.
It's fine. Nah, it's fine. No one ever needs to know. The late hours of the day are when people are at their most vulnerable. This is when their darkest thoughts and fears come to surface, too. Using my gift for such trivial reasons would get me a thorough scolding from Kira. I'm reminded constantly that it's a boon from our Creator, a powerful and precious boon. To misuse it would be disrespectful to not only the people around me, but also to the Creator. I never did believe in that creation nonsense, though. Sure, I don't have an explanation for why I'm able to see far and distant places all the way from this barracks, but I find it hard to believe that a god, which I've never seen nor heard any evidence of, is the one who's responsible for it. Especially after everything that has happened to us.
Praise be to agnostic deity.
Then again, so little in this world makes any sense. I've heard that the Empress, Ardina, is supposed to be 1,000 years old.
She's a vampire.
For every single one of those years, she has been ruling from that castle.
As a vampire.
She's not a vampire. She does not have a gift, as far as I know.
That's exactly what a vampire would say.
There are other powers in this world that can be exploited, I think.
Like vampires.
I can't help but smile when I think of her legends.
Get it? Because it's Sakura Legend? Oh, wait, no. Is it Sakura
Fantasy.
Legend? Damn it!
Still, she's as beautiful as she was 100 years ago, though, they told me. Her legends and tales have been retold throughout our empire for as long as I can remember. My own mother used to read them to me every night before I went to sleep. I'd dream of being a great heroine myself, protecting my loved ones and vulnerable people of our lands. As nostalgic as I am about those times, they were also times of fear. We never knew whether a raid or where they would attack from. We never knew exactly what would attack us either. I didn't think we ever saw the same monsters twice. Even one of them was Each one of them was twisted in a completely different way. What they used to be before the sickness took them is anyone's guess.
Remember when you said this game didn't have as much narration as Sakura's Angels?
It doesn't generally.
You lied.
No one seems to want to admit that they don't exist either. They just hide deeper and deeper inside the fortress and hope the problems will go away. I, of all people, know that they won't go away. They won't stop until we're all dead. One day they might get past the walls.
So is this like Attack on Titan, kind of?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It takes inspiration from it.
Actually, it's Raylan.
I need to be ready for that day. Everyone needs to be ready.
It's Attack on Titan with lesbians.
Sure. For the moment, the best thing I can do is prepare myself and try and get some sleep. I've been sitting up for long enough thinking to myself.
At least she's not as whiny as Aaron.